Is my coffee being directed by David Lynch today? Deep questions. What the hell are you doing? Good morning. Palm tree. Good morning, desert. Hello. You look real good today. Good morning, everybody. I'm coming to you live from this massive, echoey kitchen. It's kind of weird. Hold on, I'm gonna unplug my phone. This kitchen is like, I don't know who needs a kitchen this big. Like, it looks like it's missing, like, an island or something. Like, can you see it behind me? I didn't film what my place looks like last night because I came in and it was dark. My face looks really fat today, and it's because my allergies are really bad this morning. So I'll show you a little bit of this room. Okay, so we have like the normal kitchen setup. It's spacious, but like there's not that much counter space. And then like when you come around here, and then there's this tiny little table. I mean, it's not tiny, it's actually sizable. It fits like 6 people, but there's so much room for activities, and I don't know what activities I'm supposed to be doing in here. So anyway, also I cannot get these blinds to shut at night. So I can't really sit in the kitchen after dark. I don't really want to be in the kitchen after dark because it is, you can see right into the window if the light is on in here. So I am going to call the Airbnb host about that. And also I can't get the TV to work in the bedroom that I chose. There's 3 bedrooms. Let's tour the room while we're here. So this is the living room. Again, so much room for activities. Like, what are we doing? Okay. The couch is really comfy. This TV does work. I was trying to watch a movie, and I realized last night, I think the reason I don't like to watch movies is because with like Netflix and the Prime and Hulu and all that stuff, there's just too many options and I can't choose, and I just get overwhelmed and decide I'm not going to watch anything. So this is why I rented this place, because it has a fireplace. And then this looks like Booty, so much like Booty. It's like Booty is in heaven, having a psychedelic time and watching over the Airbnb. So again, ginormous room, not really much done with the space in here. Like, I know it's just an Airbnb, but you know. So then there's 3 bedrooms. This is like way too huge for one person, but it was so fucking cheap, and it's very close to the park. So here's the first bedroom. The TV doesn't work in here. The bedroom that I wanted to use is this one up here, because the bed's pretty good. And it's got like some nice space here. So I like set up all my stuff, and I have and then the TV doesn't work. So I'm going to mention this to the host. I'm going to be out all day today. If they want to come in and see if they can figure it out, that'd be terrific. Big closets. I like the wallpaper there. That's cute. And then this bedroom has this bathroom, which is like the main bathroom. And then where I ended up sleeping last night is in here in the twin bed, because this is the only TV that would work. And I got the TV to work, and then after I put on a movie, it said that the battery was low in the remote. So I was like, oh, this is not gonna last. But there's Pooh Bear, he had a rough night. So it's a lot of house for one person, but it's very nice. I like it a lot. So today I have a 20-mile run. So coach was basically like, get as close to 20 miles as you can, enjoy your trip, blah, blah, blah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to do some hikes and string them together to make a total of 20 miles today. I should be stoked about this, but I'm not. Okay, I went and refilled my coffee for like the 15th time. So, this lighting is like really overwhelming. Let's move out of that lighting. Okay. So, basically, I don't have to do it as one continuous 20-mile run. I can break it up. I can take the whole day. The point is to get 20 miles of trail, running, hiking, whatever, which should be my favorite thing, right? Because I fucking love this place. It's my favorite place on earth. I love all the trails. I'm gonna get to see a few easier trails that I've never seen before. It should be like really exciting, but it's really stressing me out. And I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons that it's stressing me out, and it's stupid. And that reason is, when I hike, I always take my DSLR. Yesterday when I did my run hike through Techwitz Canyon, I did run with my DSLR and I brought it. So it wasn't like terrific. Like the running was not very runny. Actually, the first mile, like running up to the canyon, I did run like a 30 run walk. But once I got up there, it was more hiking than running. But it still like worked. Just uncomfortable to carry that while you're running. Today I'm gonna wear my hydration vest, so I'll have more, and I'll have pockets on my running tights. That was part of the issue, was like, yesterday I thought since I had my fanny pack, I wore running tights that didn't have pockets, but it would have still been nice, even with the fanny pack, to have the pocket for my phone, because it was like inconvenient to put my phone in the fanny pack and zipper it up and the whole thing. I'm gonna wear my running vest today, so that'll give me some more pockets there, so I don't think I have to wear my fanny pack. I'm gonna pack a lunch. I have about a little cooler. I forgot to bring I usually bring like my little like lunchbox cooler thingy that I take to work, and I did not bring that. I forgot it, so I bought like a little cooler pack. It's like huge. It's like regular grocery tote size, but I can use that. So I'm gonna bring a sandwich in the car, and I have some chips to have snack. I have a bunch of water, like I can refill my water after every trail. And the trails are mostly gonna be like 4 miles long, I think. So I'm gonna do like probably 5 to 7 trails to get the 20 miles. It's gonna be a great day, but I'm stressing because I'm like, what if the pictures I take aren't good enough because I'm using my cell phone camera. Also, please ignore the fact that my lips are like bleeding. I just realized that. My lips are super chapped. I did not put on chapstick last night. So I don't know, that's like a stupid thing to stress about. You know, like I just posted I uploaded to Instagram all my pictures that I took yesterday, and like they look amazing. They're from my cell phone. My cell phone takes really good. I like upgraded to the really good camera because I take so many pictures on my cell phone now. So like, I don't know, but my brain is just like, well, you're gonna waste all this time and not take enough pictures. There's no minimum number of pictures that you have to take a day, Fox. You can take however many comes naturally, and it'll be all right. I don't know why I'm like this. So anyway, I'm just kind of stalling. I gotta make some breakfast, like a real breakfast, since I will be out all day. And like I said, I'm gonna pack a lunch. I got some lunch meat yesterday. I do wish I had gotten some fruit. I don't know what I was thinking that I did. I usually get like apples to cut up for trail hikes, but I don't know. I was thinking I forgot to do that. It's kind of like an impromptu. Basically, like when I got here, it was night, and like this place is so big and it's so dark. They have light pollution. Like you can't have overhead street lights and stuff here, so it's so dark. So I kind of wish I'd been able to check in before the sun went down, but it was worth it to be able to see sunset in the Salton Sea. Wasn't that beautiful? Oh my God, it's so good. So anyway, I'm gonna make my breakfast, get dressed, and try to head out. I'm trying to drink a little bit more water. I've been really bad about water the last few days. I do need to go. I was thinking maybe like I'll try to end my trail, like come up the Joshua Tree exit and then go in. There's more of a town there than there is here. That was the other thing, was like last time we were here, I was like, I remembered there being food, but I do think maybe we drove into Joshua Tree and had dinner at the saloon or something. I can't remember. But there is that kitchen in the desert, so that's gonna be my reward tonight, is for my hard efforts all day. I have kitchen in the desert to look forward to. Last night I just got Chinese takeout. I didn't really feel like, I couldn't like decide what I wanted, and there was nothing that was like clearly you could dine outside. Kitchen in the desert, you definitely can dine outside, so that's good. And so that's what my dinner's gonna be tonight. Their food is pretty good there. It's a limited menu. And then tomorrow night there's a place called Ground Squirrel that's here, like right up. So I'm like staying like a couple streets back, like about a mile from businesses. And then if you go like a mile and a half this way or a mile and a half that way, or I mean, it's a mile, and then if you go like half a mile to a mile or half a mile to a mile, like I'm directly in the middle of the two little, like downtown is there, and then there's like the little shopping district here. So nothing that I can really walk to, which is kind of a bummer. So the other thing is I can take an Uber tonight, like if I wanted to have a cocktail or something. So I'm considering that I might do that. I might take an Uber over to the kitchen in the desert. It's like 2 miles. Who takes an Uber 2 miles? But you know, it's so dark here that I don't want to like, I don't like driving at night in general with this car. This car has like very questionable headlights. Like they're like parking lights at all levels. So I'm not a fan of that, but yeah, I definitely don't want to be like worrying that, oh, I had a cocktail with dinner and like whatever. So I might take an Uber so that I can have a cocktail next to. I don't love the idea of taking an Uber when I'm traveling solo in an area like where you know what house I'm staying in, but nobody knows I'm traveling solo. My mom and my husband do. So yeah, options. But there's a place called Ground Squirrel that has like another limited menu, but it's supposed to have decent burgers. So I'm like, well, maybe I could do that tomorrow night. Or I might drive into Joshua Tree. There's supposed to be a really good Indian restaurant in downtown Joshua Tree. Downtown Joshua Tree is probably going to be like 25 or 30 minutes from here, I think. Okay, I actually just looked it up. So I'm only 15 minutes. I'm thinking of where we stayed in the April last year was about 20 minutes or maybe 25. So it's about 15 minutes, it says, to get to downtown Joshua Tree. So I could go over there for dinner tomorrow night. I'm gonna do Kitchen in the Desert, which is really close to here, like less than 2 miles. But the other thing is I just looked at that. It's called Sam's Indian Food and Pizza, and it's supposed to be really good. They actually deliver, so I maybe could just get Indian food delivery tomorrow night. We'll see. I don't know if I updated. I did decide to switch my flight, which they don't charge change fees for Southwest, but the difference between flying on Sunday and Monday of a holiday weekend, because it's Martin Luther King Day on Monday, the difference between flying on Sunday and Monday was an extra $170. So I did have to pay the increase, like the increase in the flight fee, which sucks. And I'll have to have another night in a hotel. So the cost of that sucks. But like, husband and I talked about it last night, and I was like, I'm just so worried that, one, I'm worried that like I'll get to Vegas and then they'll cancel the flight and I'll be stuck in Vegas, and I don't really want to be in Vegas, that place that crowded during the pandemic. Like, passing through was one thing. I was only there for like 45 minutes. But the other thing I'm more worried about is like them putting, like saying, oh, we're going to delay it 2 hours. Oh, then 2 hours comes and you delay it another hour. So it's like, they don't actually cancel your flight. They just keep you at the airport for hours. And that I really don't want, because I do not want to be in I don't want to be in the airport where I can't take my mask off and there's a million other people. So I'd rather just be like, and honestly, the reason that I did plan to come home Sunday was so that way if something happened, I was thinking more like if like they were having some flight cancellations due to staffing issues, I was like, well, if something like that happens or there's a delay, then I will be okay because I can just come home the next day. So I like mentally planned for this, but I feel like so weirdly guilty about it, and I don't know why. I have no idea why I'm feeling guilty, but this vlog is going to be 200 years old. This vlog is going to be 200 years long, and I'm wondering, like, maybe should I just like break it up into day by day and do a day at a time, because I talk a lot apparently. Well, anyway, I'm going to start breakfast and get moving, but yeah, so I have options. The last time when I came in, I was like, just everything was making me anxious, and like, I don't know. There's like so many, like, the only bad thing about staying in 29 Palms is that like there's so many like random youngish dudes here, and like being a single, well, not single, I'm married, but nobody knows that I'm married because my husband is back home. Being a solo female traveler, and it's just like dude bro energy everywhere. It makes me like, I don't really want to go out anywhere that people are drinking a lot. So like, even if I wanted to go like get a drink somewhere, I'm like, nah, let's just avoid that, because yeah, these are the things that you think about that dudes probably never think about. If you are a man and you're like traveling solo, you're probably never like, I shouldn't go to that place because there's a lot of random white guys there. You never think that, do you? No. But if you're a woman, you think that every time you go out. Sucks. On the trails, and like, I don't know, I had a good time at the Salton Sea, and like, I don't know, certain places I feel okay, and then like some places I'm like, I shouldn't go there alone because it's just gonna make me feel uncomfortable, and I don't want to be talked to. Like, I like when I chat with the bartender, or I chat with the server or something like that, but like, or if it's like older people, I like to talk to older people, but like, I don't want to be like talked to by bro people. Am I explaining this well? Anyway, let's get this day started, okay? Let's make some breakfast. Let's do our hair. And let's go hike and run some trails. Speed does not matter today. I don't have to be fast. The point is getting time on my feet for 20 miles in motion. That's all that matters. This is not a typical run. And I'm running an ultra marathon, which is like, you walk so much of it anyway because it's so many miles. So like, step back, Fox. Believe in yourself. You can do this. I have changed my mind like 1,000 times today, but I think I finally have my plan. So I am at the 29 Palms Oasis entrance. The Oasis Visitor Center is where I just stopped in, and I am headed into the park now. And so I was talking with one of the rangers and discussing like where I wanted to start my run, because I have a 7-miler that I want to do. So I thought maybe I'd start with a 7-miler, but that's on the Joshua Tree entrance, so I'd have to like drive over there. And she said it would be about 35 minutes, which seems long, but maybe it is. The park is massive. The park is like Pennsylvania. You're like, oh, there's not that much. And then it's just, you're driving for days. So I think what I'm gonna do instead, because I wanted to come out at that entrance, not that the Coyote's gonna be open. I wanted to go to the Coyote gift shop, Coyote Corner. They're probably not gonna be open by the time I am done running. So, but anyway, I'm gonna make my way through the park and come out that direction. That's the plan now. So I'm gonna start with Lost Mine? No. Also, as a sustaining donor to the national parks, then I make a monthly donation, and I also donate to the NCPA. I have a problem with the fact that I just found out that they discontinued my little newspaper maps, which are my favorites. This light is really doing weird things on my chin. The newspaper maps are the best because they have the trails listed and they have all the like night sky programs. There is a night sky program at 6 o'clock tonight, so I was like, I don't know. But they discontinued using those, so you have to use it all on the National Parks app, which I didn't download, and I was supposed to download before I left an area of the service. Fuck. Well, anyway, yeah. Was bummed about that. So that's what I need to look at for the map. So all they have now, they have these things. If I'm holding it up, I can't see these ones. And this is a beautiful map on the inside, but it doesn't have the trail guide. So you have to have the trail guide separate. But the trail guide that they had, they're like, well, you can take a picture of the one we have at the ranger desk. And I did, but it is, it's not the stuff. It's listed by area and not by difficulty and distance, which is what I wanted. But I can get that on the website. I think I have a screenshot of it, so I'll just go off that. So anyway, we're headed into the park. But I also have to tell you a story about why am I the person, you know, I always tell these stories about like, why do people engage with me? I'm like literally walking out, I bought like some stuff, and I got my little national park stamp. I am running out of space for Joshua Tree stamps in my national parks passport. I'm gonna start moving them in the back. I have one more space for one more stamp. Anyway, I'm walking out looking like a totally normal person. I'm not dressed like a park ranger or anybody who would know. I'm literally wearing like a t-shirt that says Desert Nights and like running shorts. And this lady's like, excuse me, is this the entrance to the park? She had like a very cute accent. And I'm like, yes, well, this is the visitor center. The entrance is like a few miles ahead. And she starts asking me like all these questions. It turns out that she heard that property is good here and she wants to open an Airbnb. And so she's asking me like, as someone who visits here, what do you expect to pay for price? And what is the, is this the busy entrance? And I was like, no, that's why I stay here, because this is the least busy entrance. Like if you go to the Joshua Tree entrance, you'll sit like an hour and a half in the summer, and maybe not the summertime, but in the peak season. And okay, now we're going in. Oh, I didn't see my ID. Okay, we're going into the park, so I got to turn my camera off. But just why do people find me? Why do people find me? I mean, it was like fine, but I'm like, I gotta get on the road, girlfriend. I have shit to do. So anyway, that's my day. That's what happens. And here we are. Joshua Tree, my favorite place on earth. Do, 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 do. They're gonna need to see. They're gonna yell at me for I don't have my card signed. Oh, god damn it. Always. Got off the trail somehow, missed the sign, had to off-road a tiny bit, stepped on a cactus. We're not doing so hot. Also, there's a lot of like fresh-ish animal poop here. Good times. I've lost all signage. Finally have made it to Contact Mine. I will tell you that if you want to do this trail, download. Look at that. The fuck is that? These things make sounds. Not a fan. These big giant tube thingies. Yeah, I highly recommend download All Trails. I think you have to get All Trails Pro, but if you are a hiker or trail runner of any kind, All Trails is amazing and worth the, it's like $20 a year, $30 a year, something like that. So, well, that's cool. There's no tracks here. But it's really hard. Okay, so down there, you see that trail? That's the trail. Once you get over here to the area of the actual mine, it's hard to, the trail is like really basically non-existent. So that's really cool though. Look at these old tracks. They're buying stuff here. There's like a cart up there. And of course, let's not forget just how fucking beautiful it is out here. I mean, but it's very, I haven't seen another hiker at all, which I'm not super fan of. I like to know that like there's somebody out passing my way. But so headed back down. It is true to the map, 4.1 miles out. I mean 2.1 miles out, so it's gonna be 4.2 miles round trip. I got cell phone service around 1.5 miles, so that's good to know too. When you get to the 1.5 miles, so it'll be another half mile coming back. There is pretty strong cell phone service at the top of, there's like a little divot, and it's good cell service, so it's a good time to check in with your people. I actually have cell phone service up here because husband just texted me while I'm filming this, so I'm gonna check in, let them know I'm turning around. I don't think I'm gonna get even close to 20 miles because my pace is abysmal, but this is the hardest. I didn't know how hard this hike was gonna be. It's not like super steep or anything, but it's not very well marked, and I got lost at least a couple of times, so all right, just take this in, just breathe this shit in. It's silent and beautiful except for this bee and a plane. It's wonderful. Okay, y'all, I'm back towards the beginning. I think about half a mile to go. This is the sign that I missed. I was supposed to go that way, which was a trail and much easier. And I didn't step on a cactus coming around that way. Where I went was over here. Now I'm going to tell you this. I wouldn't have just chosen to go over here if I'd seen this sign. So, I have questions. I see a sign up ahead. We're gonna reevaluate when we get to that sign and see what the fuck went wrong. I don't know. I was definitely on this trail. An arrow would probably be nice. There's tracks over there, so somebody on the other side of this trail. Oh well. We're almost back. We'll get there. before. Lots of good rocks here. Handful of little Joshua trees. I'm gonna do this, and next up will be Skull Rock, which is an easy hike. I think this is a moderate. I gotta stop doing these moderate hikes. I'm supposed to do easy. And yet, oh, it's so beautiful here. I'm gonna add a little distance on here. So we're gonna head towards the Discovery Trail, which should connect us to Skull Rock, theoretically. I don't really want to connect to Skull Rock though. I was planning on having a meal before that. Oh well, we'll see how far we get, what happens. Okay, this is Face Rock. Let's see, this is the face around here. That's the nose, he's got his eyes there. That's like a beard, and that's definitely a penis. Hello everybody. Oh, update. I'm hungry. My hair's a mess. I have been on this more than a mile, and I couldn't remember once I got out here if Split Rock was an out and back or a loop. I remember that when husband and I did it the last time, we were like thinking it was taking too long, and then eventually we ended up back at the parking lot. So found a ranger, and he pulled up his map, and so we did look at it. So he said he's on the small loop, and then there's a big loop that goes back to the parking lot. So I think it's like on the other side of these rocks here. Let's show you. These ones over here, if I remember correctly. But I remember the last time we did this, the same thing, like feeling like we had gone too far and we weren't on the right place. But Ranger said I'm doing good. Just keep following this. This is clearly marked trail here. I mean, this is like, it's not labeled, but it's clearly defined trail, as I guess. It's not marked, but defined. So I'm feeling fine, except that I didn't plan on, I added on an extra little bit here. I don't know what to plan on. But I didn't plan on eating until after this loop. So I just had like a little snack back at the car. But I should have brought nutrition with me on this loop. But I was thinking like, oh, this is only gonna put me at like 6 miles total. However, it's like 6 strenuous miles. Like, there's a lot of rocks. There's a lot of climbing here. So anyway, I'm gonna stop back. I'm gonna drive to Skull Rock next, and I'm gonna eat my lunch there. Just pray that my turkey is still good. It's been in my freezer bag with a bottle of ice. If you're hearing a sound, but it's just like my shorts rubbing together like corduroy pants. Good stuff. Anyway, I'll keep you posted. That is the famous, as you can tell by the crowds of people, Skull Rock, one of the most photographed sites in the park. Okay, update. It's a little after 4. I guess it's actually like almost 4:30. I had a couple more miles on my list. It has dropped to 48 degrees. I'm not kidding. 48 degrees out. Now, I've been out since 10 a.m. when it was like 60-some degrees and very, very sunny. The wind has picked up terribly. I'm getting really wind burned in my face. Oh, I'm shivering. I just ran out to Keys View to take a picture. We're not getting a good sunset tonight, unfortunately. My lips are blue. So, cutting it much shorter than I wanted to, but it's okay. I'm here for vacation and for rest and enjoyment too. I'm gonna head back and shower and just take it easy for the rest of the night. I wanted to go to dinner, but it's so cold. Do I want to leave my house again? The wind is really, I mean, I'm up at Keys View, the wind's always worse here, but I was at Skull Rock and I was trying to there's a couple little trails and you can get like a mile, more than a mile there. And I was just like, I can't, I can't do it. I was just shivering. So I have gone from shorts and tank top to now I have like a real sweatshirt on. I had like that lighter sweat shirt thingy that I was wearing. So I'm gonna head back. Oh my God, I'm so cold. Okay, hi, I'm freezing. Okay, I got it reattached. It won't go back in and fix like this. Whoa, I had it reattached. But if I do this, there we go. They're staying closed. How is it already my last day? Oh my God. It's just that the camera's not even doing it justice, the colors. Okay. I have some plans. I'm gonna try to execute these plans and we're gonna see how this goes. Spectacular. I can't even. This is the new sculpture called Transmission. One of the reasons I wanted to come out here. You're kind of far back on the road. Let's zoom out. Let's see if we can see it. Yeah. So this is actually on this fucking wicked expensive Airbnb property. I looked at it. It's like $1,200 to $1,500 a night. And that's in January. So it's called the Mojave Moon Ranch. Anyway, the owner of that Airbnb commissioned this sculpture specifically. Daniel Popper, I believe is the artist's name. If I'm wrong, I'll post it up on here. There's one other car here with me. Yeah, also in their jammies. But anyway, it is really cool. I wish you could get closer to it, but as you can see, probably there are these cattle fences that say no trespassing. So apparently it's in the works to eventually put a viewing platform, so maybe by the next time we are out here we can get closer to it, but I had to see it for myself. My goal had been to have it with sunset with sunrise behind it, but honestly the sunrise was coming from over, you can kind of still see it over the mountain there. So I don't know if this would have been cooler. I mean, from this distance it's hard to tell. Even with my zoom lens it's a little bit far back, but anyway, I'm glad. I'm listening to a really good program on the radio right now too, so that made the drive even more special. But here it is, Transmission. It's really cool. 62. I would always call it the 62 because you always put the in front of roads. Something's in there. There's a possum in there. Do you hear it? Hi, buddy. What are you doing? Or is it birds? I thought I saw a tail. It's birds. I see feathers now. Hi. Good morning. Well, you got a pretty sweet house here, my dude. Aw. There's birds in there. That's nice. I like that. These ones are very shiny. Hello. Hi, everybody. It's me. I feel like I've been whispering this whole trip because I'm just out here in the beautiful quiet of the desert. It's Saturday around 11:30. It's my last day in the park. Tomorrow I am going to, I think I mentioned I'm going to stay an extra night because of the snowstorm. So tomorrow, oh my god, do you see my N95 zits? Do you like this? This is from wearing an N95 for like a week straight. I am going to go down to the Salton Sea tomorrow and come up to Palm Springs that way so I can stop at the cemetery there. That one between Salton Sea and Palm Springs. And I'm gonna stay in Palm Springs tomorrow night. So I'm like right by the airport and I don't have to rush in the morning. I did think about staying out here another night and then I'm like, I don't know, I couldn't decide. My original plan today had been to go to Amboy Crater because I really want to see that, but when I was thinking about the timing, it's like an hour drive to get up there to Amboy, then an hour drive home, so that's 2 hours, and then the hike around the crater is like an hour, so it'd be like 3 hours, which is like not that, not that much of a day, but I felt like something was off with my anxiety and that was going to be not work in my plan. So this is why we are flexible on vacation. So what I decided to do instead is do a couple easy trails in the park. It is very cloudy today. It's making some kind of cool colors behind the Joshua tree. So check this out. Yeah, that looks spooky, right? You like that, huh? I like that too. So I'm starting here at Cap Rock. I'm gonna do the Cap Rock. There is the Minerva Hoyt trail here, which I've never heard of before until this morning, or yesterday. And then I looked it up this morning. So I'm gonna try to find where that is. It's somewhere over here, maybe a little bit further down on the road here. This is the road that goes to Keys Point. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of explore a little bit. I kind of just like checked in with my mom and my husband and told them I'd be like probably till 2 or 3 before I had service again. Like I said, it's about 11:30, so I'm gonna head in and check some stuff out. It's really crowded in the park today. Well, compared to yesterday. I've seen it far more crowded than this, let's be honest, but compared to yesterday, like yesterday was like, had the park to myself until Skull Rock, and then Skull Rock just kind of took it all out of me. I think that was the turning point yesterday. Was it got really cold, my face was starting to hurt because I was getting really badly windburned, and then it was really crowded, and I was like, it's the combination of all the things that I hate. So I'm gonna get out here, put some real shoes on, I have my flip-flops on, and hike around a little bit. No running today. I'm trying not to beat myself up about that. I was having some feelings because I was like, I wanted to do 20 miles, but you know what? I did like 6 hours on my feet doing like difficult trails. So not all are difficult, like Skull Rock was like nothing, but Contact Mine was tough. Like the final climb at the end was tough. So all right, let's go out and see some beautiful shit. Been here, and I realized the reason I've never been here is because it's so fucking hard to get a parking space. But this is the Hall of Horrors, which is I think predominantly for climbing here, but there is this little trail. So I'm gonna see what it's like. I'm getting real grumpy, and I feel myself getting grumpy. And the reason I'm getting grumpy, look at those, is because it's just like, this is my happy place to get away from people, and it's so fucking crowded today. So crowded, and it's just stressing me out. So, anyway, I'm trying to find this not marked trail that I want to do, and I went the wrong way on Park Boulevard because I don't have my fucking newspaper. I was so grumpy about not having my newspaper. But I think I know where it is now. So I'm gonna try after this. But I went over to Lost Horse Mine area, and like all these people like were pulled over on the side of the road and turned their cars off. So I was like, oh, I guess they're parking there. So I went around them into the lot, and somebody came up to me and was like, we're the line. I'm like, well, why would you be parked with your car off with no flashers on if you are, quote, waiting? You have to tell people. You have to give signals to other humans. Just so many fucking people who don't think about anything but themselves. Sorry. End of rant. I'm here. I'm parked. It's beautiful. I'm gonna just enjoy it. There's this little baby cactus. Look, it's trying to pose like a Joshua tree. There's a Joshua tree behind it. And it's like, I'm trying. I love it. Man down.
If you're gonna let me down gently. Don't pretend that you don't want me. Our love ain't water under the bridge. If you're gonna let me down gently. Don't pretend that you don't want me. Our love ain't water under the
Sunday morning. It's my last day of vacation. It's supposed to be the day that I'm getting on a plane, but thank you, Winter Storm, whatever. I don't know if the Winter Storm has a name yet or not. But yeah, thanks to the Winter Storm, I am staying here until tomorrow. I'm actually going to be staying in Palm Springs again tonight. I just figured that way I'm 5 minutes from the airport. I don't have to worry about driving tomorrow morning. I don't have the temptation of, let me go to the park for a little bit before I go home. I am driving through the park right now. It's making me a little bit emotional, and talking about my emotionalness is going to make me more emotional, so I apologize. I had a lot to work through emotionally and mentally on this trip, and spiritually, and that was the point of this trip, was to work through those things and to be better prepared to go back into my life, and I think I am. I think I finally reached that point. It just, I don't know, every time I come out here, I was saying to my mom last night, I was like, the thing is, you can come here 1,000 times and there's still 1,000 more things to do. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's the most beautiful place I've ever been in the whole wide world in my whole life. Like, it's something about the desert, and driving through it one last time, I did decide, you know, it's much easier to get to Palm Springs if you just go the 10 or whatever the hell that is. But what is fun in that, right? Go one last time through the park. So I am making a couple little stops here. No big stops, no real hikes today. I might do the Cap Rock hike. No, not Cap Rock. I may do the Arch Rock trail a little bit. It's, I think, a mile each way, but I think you can see the arch. I've never seen the arch there. I don't know. Again, no matter how many times I've been here, there's still so much that I haven't seen. So I think I'm gonna stop there. That's my second stop. First stop, I'm gonna go back to Cap Rock, because yesterday I was at Cap Rock, which is my first time being there, which is like astounding because it's like the most popular place, you know, one of the most visited places in the park. I think that's why we've never gone there, because it's always been crowded. So I'm gonna stop over there because I was looking for the Graham Parsons cremation site, and I totally forgot because I got on the trail of some sheep, and I was like, I'm gonna find some sheep. Today's gonna be the day. And yesterday was not the day that I saw a sheep. But I totally forgot that I was gonna look for the cremation site. So I'm just gonna nip back over there for a couple minutes, wander around, see if I can find that, and then I'm gonna head over to Arch Rock, and then I'm headed down to Bombay Beach. Just wanna kind of cruise around Bombay Beach a little bit, and I do want to see, like, I gotta figure out what the official name for it is. If I figure out the official name, I'll put it up here. What I call the Wonderland of Rocks, which is, Wonderland of Rocks is an actual area within the park, and that is not what I'm talking about. But you saw it when I was driving through it at dusk on Wednesday or Thursday night coming up here. I want to see it in the daylight, so probably gonna, like, I left the house around, I checked out about 8:30. I liked my Airbnb. I never quite felt settled at night there because it was kind of isolated, but not in like a safe isolated way. Like there were other houses like on the street, but like, I don't know, I just had a weird vibe. I think partially also because the way the house was set up, the bedroom was in the back down this long hallway, and there were like, I don't know, there's just something about the setup of the house that being alone in it at night, I never quite felt like I settled. I felt like I did not sleep very well the last three nights. But the place itself is really cute. Like if we had been there together, husband had been there, I probably wouldn't have been scared. Not that I was like scared, but I just had like a weird uneasiness. And that probably would have been better if I had been staying with somebody else, since it had this huge, massive 3-bedroom place to myself. But I couldn't argue with the price. It was for $30 a night. And it had a fire pit, which I really wanted to use, but I never like felt comfortable being alone outside after dark. I don't know why. That's probably all in my head, and it wasn't anything to do with anything. But I also was not a fan that there was like nowhere to get food close by. I did go to Kitchen in the Desert on Friday night, and that was amazing. That was so good. But that's like the only real. There was a restaurant called Ground Squirrel that I thought about checking out. But last night when I was driving out of the park, the sunlight is like really harsh in my face. I'm sorry. When I was driving out of the park last night around 3 o'clock, I stopped and I was chatting with a volunteer at the ranger station or at the visitor center, and then by the time I like was leaving there were like people driving like maniacs, and like it was super crowded on the highway, and I'm like, I don't want to be out and about. I'm like, I don't want to go to a restaurant that has alcohol. So I ended up getting takeout from this place called Sam's Indian Food and Pizza, and it was really good. Okay, so I'm headed straight here, and then I'm gonna go left, remember where to leave. Okay, sorry. Look at the signs here. Oh my god, my ears. So, it was over in Joshua Tree, and I was like just outside the radius that they would deliver, which was, I thought they delivered, and I got my heart all set on it, and then I found out they didn't deliver, so I had to drive all the way into Joshua Tree to pick it up, but that was fine. It was like a 15-minute drive, and then I stopped at Jelly Donut, which I really wanted to stop at Jelly Donut again this morning and get some Jelly Donut for the road. Jelly Donut is a donut shop / Vietnamese restaurant, like Vietnamese takeout. I guess you could dine in, actually. They have a little area. But the donuts are like fucking amazing. So I got a Boston cream donut. And this morning I was like, oh, I should get some for the road. And then I'm like, it's gonna be in my hot car all day. Not the stuff. So anyway, long story. So that's where I got dinner last night, and I just got takeout. I ended up watching The Alpinist. If you have not seen that and you saw Free Solo and you really liked Free Solo, I would really recommend this. I would recommend maybe having a beverage of choice, or if you're in a state where it's legal, maybe go to the store, you know, the store that I'm talking about. Maybe to calm yourself down before you watch this. It's beautifully shot, but it's so intense. It is about a young free soloer named Marc Andre, and he is like, I mean, amazing. Just like you talk about people who are unnatural at their sport or their art. He is like amazing. So anyway, it was really, really good. I won't spoil the ending. If you have anxiety about this stuff like me, then Google the ending before you watch it, because that was really helpful to me. And I did that when we watched Free Solo as well. I was like, let me Google this. But yeah, so I watched that last night. It was really good. And then I was like, I just wanted to have the TV on, so I just put on like a variety of movies that I like throughout the course of the night. Because like I said, I just wasn't sleeping well the last few nights. So, but anyway, I just feel like I'm just driving around with this like beauty around me everywhere, and it's just overwhelming me, and I don't want to leave, but I really want to be home with my husband and my dog, and it's a lot of mixed emotions. And the snowstorm is coming in today. I'm so glad that I changed my flight to tomorrow, but I'm like also like, oh, I wish I could be there with them to watch it come down, because I love watching the snow and I don't have to go to work. So I don't know, it's having a lot of mixed emotions. I guess I could have left last night, but now it's Monday. So anyway, that's the update. I'm headed into Cap Rock to start, then down to Arch Rock, and then we will be heading down to the Salton Sea to Bombay Beach. And then I want to stop at the cemetery, the desert, I can never remember the name of it, Desert View Cemetery. It's on the way between Salton Sea and Palm Springs. And then I will be staying in Palm Springs tonight. I got a different hotel because the hotel that I stayed at the other night that I loved so dearly was not available tonight, sadly. So I'm staying in another hotel like down the street, so it's the same area that I'm kind of familiar with. It has an in-house bar and restaurant, so I don't have to go anywhere. And tonight I'm going to try to just relax, unwind, work on some creative projects tonight. That's the plan. And then maybe watch the Golden Girls until I fall asleep. Unreal today. We are at Arch Rock this morning. The arch is actually on the other side of these rocks. I'm trying to find a way to get it with the sun in the proper positioning. Not going well so far, but oh, it's beautiful. That's the reality of this park right now. It's still pretty early. It's like not even 10 o'clock yet, and it gets really crowded. That's the arch up there. This is the best side for sunlight today. The sun is. You can see it's coming down over here. So they get behind the rock over here. But it's real crowded. Hard to get a shot.
If you're gonna let me down gently. Don't pretend that you don't want me. Our love ain't water under the bridge. If you're gonna let me down gently. Don't pretend that you don't want me. Our love ain't water under the bridge.
Good morning. Flying home today, and the sky looks like a postcard for Welcome to Palm Springs. I mean, look at that. There's the mountain. Oh, it's just so beautiful. It's like perfect temperature, perfect blue skies with clouds. I can't deal with it. I'm so grateful to have had this trip. So grateful.